Students, today we will discuss what is electric dipole. What is electric dipole? So students, electric dipole is a system of two equal charges, but they are of opposite nature, and the separation between the two charges should be very small. Clear, students? So what is an electric dipole? It is a system of two equal, both are Q, you can see that. It is a system of two equal and opposite charges and separated by a very small distance. Separated by a very small distance. Clear, students? Here you can see that the separation between these two charges, we have taken it as twice A. Twice A. Now there might be a question, sir, why it is twice A? Why not simply A, or why not simply R? Because students, while deriving electric field and in some other cases we will see that half of the distance is very important, or you can say half of the separation between the two charges is very important. So to make it simple, we have taken the separation between the two charge as twice A, so that half of the distance becomes very simple, it's A. Clear, students? So this system is called electric dipole. Now there is a physical quantity called electric dipole moment. Electric dipole moment. Clear, students? Now what is electric dipole moment? So students, it is a physical quantity which measures the strength of an electric dipole. It is a physical quantity which measures the strength of an electric dipole, and it is a vector quantity. It is a vector quantity, and we denote it by P. So because it is a vector quantity, it will have magnitude and direction. So first of all, we will see the magnitude of electric dipole moment. So it is equals to, the magnitude of electric dipole moment is equals to either of the charge. We know that both the charges are of equal magnitude, so it is equals to either of the charge multiplied by the separation between the two charge. It's either of the charge multiplied by the separation between the two charge. So this is the magnitude of the dipole moment. Now what about its direction? Its direction is from negative to positive charge. Clear, students? So what is the direction of dipole moment? It is from the negative to the positive direction along the dipole axis. Now what is dipole axis? The line passing through the two charges, this line is called dipole axis. Clear, students? And the direction of dipole moment is from negative to positive charge. Clear, students? So what is the magnitude of the dipole moment? It's either of the charge times the separation between the two charge. And what about its direction? Its direction is from negative charge to positive charge along the direction, along the dipole axis. This is the dipole axis. Clear, students? Now what happens in our surrounding? There are a lot of molecules like HCl, H2O, CH3COOH. In these molecules, the net positive charge and the net negative charge, and both are of equal magnitude. The net positive charge and the net negative charge are separated by a very small distance. You know, we are talking about molecules, so obviously the distance between the two positive and negative charges should be very small, because we are talking about molecules. So these molecules exist in the form of electric dipole. These molecules exist in the form of electric dipole. Also, students, if you are asked about, give some examples of electric dipoles, so we can answer like H2O, then CH3COOH, then HCl. These are few examples of electric dipoles which are present in our surrounding. Clear, students? Now a question comes, what is a point dipole or ideal dipole? What is a point dipole or ideal dipole? Now students, if the separation between the two charge is very small, in the definition also I have said already, if the separation between the two charge is very small, for example, what is the separation between the two charge here? Is twice a. So if it tends to 0 is not equals to 0, you know all these things. So if the separation between the two charges is very small, it tends to 0, but the magnitude of charge is comparatively large. The magnitude of charge is comparatively large, then that dipole is called an ideal dipole or a point dipole, because of its small size, or you can say the separation is very small between the two charges. So the dipoles associated with molecules, for example H2O, HCl, CH3, COOH, you can consider these molecules as an ideal dipole or a point dipole. Clear students? Students, now we will find electric field due to a dipole at an axial point. Clear? So let us consider a dipole AB where the two charges are minus q and plus q, and the separation between the two charges is twice. So what will be its magnitude? What will be its magnitude of dipole moment? Its magnitude of dipole moment, which we denote by small p, is equal to either of the charge multiplied by the separation between the two charge. So this is all about the dipole. Now we wish to find its electric field at an axial point. So this is the dipole axis, and at every point lying on this dipole axis will be an axial point. So we have chosen one axial point P, which is at distance r, from midpoint of the dipole towards positive charge. Clear students? So this is point P, which is an axial point which is lying in the dipole axis, and our wish is to find the net electric field at this axial point P. Now to find electric field at point P, we will put one unit positive charge at this point. Clear students? So now at point P, what is the direction of electric field due to this positive charge? It's positive repulsion. So this is the direction of electric field due to positive charge. And at point P, which is the axial point, the direction of electric field due to minus q is negative positive attraction. So this is the direction of electric field due to minus q. Clear students? Now let us see the magnitudes of these two electric fields. So E plus Q, that means electric field due to this charge at this point, it is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. It's 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught charge by distance square. Now what is this distance? So this is the electric field due to this charge at this point. So what is this distance? This distance will be r minus a. If this distance is twice a, then this distance has to be a. So from B to P, the distance is r minus a. So it's r minus a square. Simple, it's 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught charge by distance square. Clear students? And the direction is towards right. I've already shown how we have found the direction of electric field due to this positive charge at point P. Clear students? It's towards right. Positive repulsion towards right. Now what will be the electric field at this point due to this charge? We are denoting it by E minus Q, which is equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught charge, both are q only, by distance square. So from A to P, the distance is r plus a. If this is twice a, then this is a. So from A to P, or from minus q to point P, the separation is r plus a. So distance square. Clear, students? And the direction, it's towards left. It's towards left. Clear, students? Now, what is the net electric field at point P? What is the net electric field at point P? So clearly you can see that electric field due to plus q at point P is greater than the electric field due to minus q at point P. Electric field due to plus q at point P is greater than the electric field due to minus q at point P, because plus q is closer to point P. So clearly we can see that the magnitude of electric field due to plus q at the axial point P is greater than the magnitude of the electric field due to minus q at point P. Clear, students? Now, the net electric field at the axial point P, is, let us denote the net electric field by E axial. So it is equals to E plus Q minus E minus Q. So why subtract? Because these two vectors are in opposite direction, and E plus Q is greater than E minus Q, and the direction will be towards E plus Q. The direction will be towards E plus Q because it is the vector with greater magnitude. So direction is towards, net electric field will be towards E plus Q, or you can say towards right. E plus Q is towards right. So here you can write towards right. Clear, students? So this minus this minus this. So q by 4 pi epsilon naught, we can take it as common. Then inside the bracket it will be 1 by r minus a whole square minus 1 by r plus a whole square, and the direction is towards right. Clear, students? Now we need to take LCM. So r minus a multiplied by r plus a is r square minus a square, but there are 2r minus a and 2r plus a, so it becomes whole square. Clear, students? In the numerator it will be r plus a whole square minus r minus a whole square. The net direction, the direction of net electric field is towards right. Clear, students? Now what is this term, r plus a whole square minus r minus a whole square? Let us do it here. So r plus a whole square, it's r square plus a square plus twice ar, minus r minus a whole square, so it's minus r square because of this minus, then a square, but there is one minus sign, so it becomes minus a square. Then the third term would be twice ar, sorry, minus twice ar, but there is a minus term, so it will become twice ar. So this term got cancelled out, this one cancel out, so it is 4ar. So in the next step we will write q by 4 pi epsilon naught, it's 4ar by r square minus a square whole square. The net electric field is towards right. Now please concentrate, students. E axial equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. So 4 is basically 2 multiplied by 2, so twice a multiplied by q, So instead of writing twice a multiplied by q, we can put the magnitude of dipole moment P. Clear? But 1, 2 will be there. We have used twice a multiplied by q, so one extra 2 will be there, so it's 2. Then r is there, divided by r square minus a square whole square towards towards right. Clear, students? But as I have already told, the dipole is very short. The dipole is very short. Usually the dipole is very short. That means this separation twice A is very small. So we will write for a short dipole. For a short dipole. In that case, the value of R will be much greater than the value of A, because in reality, ideally, dipole is very short. So if this dipole becomes very short, that means the value of A will be much less than the value of R. So we'll write R is much greater than A. Then E axial becomes equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught twice P R square minus A square. If R is much greater than A, then R square will be much greater than A square. R square is much greater than A square. So we can neglect A square. So instead of writing R square minus A square, we will write R square. Because R square minus A square is approximately equals to R square only. Because A square is much less than R square. So there is no point of subtracting such a small value from such a huge value. So R square minus A square, it is R square whole square. So it becomes R to the power 4. Clear, students? So now we will write the final expression. It's 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught twice P by R cube. Clear, students? And the direction? What is the direction of net electric field? It's towards right. So how will we denote the direction towards right? We'll use P cap. So what is P cap? It is the unit vector of dipole moment. And what does a unit vector give? It gives the direction. So what is P cap? It is the unit vector of dipole moment, negative to positive, which is towards right only. The direction of dipole moment is from negative to positive, and in this case, negative to positive is towards right. So what are you trying to say by this P cap? We are trying to say that the net electric field is towards dipole moment. That is towards right. Clear, students? So this is the net electric field. What is the magnitude? It's 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught twice P by R cube. What is P? It's the magnitude of the dipole moment. What is R? It's the separation of the axial point from the midpoint of the dipole. Clear, students?